Hello there, this is Anthony Johnson, and I am back to you with another video. This video will be more so focused on SSIS, and what we will be doing is generating files based off of a SQL query. So as you can see here, we have a SQL query that is an inline table value. This just a fancy name for nested select statements. So essentially, our body of code, which is defined and granular, a subset of data that we have here, and we're selecting from it, and we're doing a where clause on outside, and it returns 18 rows. It's the top three cells per port in descending order. So from highest to lowest, we have 6 total ports, and if we run select distinct here, you can see we have 6 total ports. Alrighty, so what are we going to do with that? So essentially we have to get to our folder, and we have a folder here within my documents path, an empty folder. So as I mentioned before, we're going to have files in here per port. They're going to be text files. So let's get to SSIS. First things first, we are going to take our path, our output folder. We're going to create a variable and get these out of here. Get those out of here. Create our variable now. It will be called output folder. This will be a string data type. We're gonna paste that there, and don't forget your additional backslashes, because this is on a .NET framework, similar to C#. So that is how you do that, and then put a backslash at the end of our actual folder name. Then we're gonna grab our execute SQL task. Let's close this pane. Grab our execute SQL task. We're gonna create our connection. I'm actually going to delete these, and I'll just start a new one from scratch. Alrighty. Then you make sure you select Microsoft OLEDB provider for SQL Server. Refresh. This takes a little while. Okay, there we go. There's our server name, our database. We have to select, and it is right here. Test our connection. The connection is good. Okay, and okay. So now I want to set our result set to full result set, and then we want to place a statement in here, but it's only going to be the select distinct statement. So we're replacing this here because these are our parameters. These are our variables. Essentially, we have 6 variables, and once those get triggered or matched, that's when they will get pulled from it and put inside of a different file. So you click OK. Go to result set, add. We have to add a new variable. This variable will be called port name object. We'll just say obj. Set it to object value type and click OK. Our result name will be 0. Click OK. Now we will take our for each loop container. Let's connect those two. Double click on your for each loop container and let's start configuring this. Go to collections. For each ADO enumerator is what we're looking for. ADO object source variable. You're going to choose our object that we just created. So our object, it captures the variables and it keeps them in the memory and in memory. So now what we're going to do now is variable mappings. We're going to create a variable to actually hold those values. So we're going to name this port names. And this will be a string data type or a value type. And the index is going to be 0. Press OK. We take our data flow task and place it within the boundaries of our for each loop container. Double click that. Now we need our source. Our source is going to be OLADB. Double click that. SQL command. And now we're going to go back to SQL Server. And I had this here. I'm going to do it a specific way so it doesn't have any issues. Copy that, place that here, and we're actually going to replace this with a question mark. Question mark, then we're in parameters. For our variable, we are going to select, let me spread that out so we can see the full name. I'm going to select our port names variable. Once I can find it, there we go. Okay, so we have that. Look at our columns. We're expecting 3 columns, which is fine. And now we need a flat file destination. Flat file destination. We're going to copy that or connect that, New. You can choose delimited, fixed width with the row delimiters, or ragged right. We're gonna just keep delimited. You can name it or give it a description. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm actually just going to go to documents and click here. Just give it a file name. This is going to be overwritten anyway, so port names. I'll just put it as port names. Okay, everything looks good. Nothing in there yet because it's going to be executed at runtime. Make sure you check your mappings. Everything is mapped correctly. So our final step, we need to right click on our flat file connection manager. Go to properties, migrate to the expressions. And here we are going to select connection string for our property. We are going to bring our output folder path, our output folder name. And as you evaluate the expression, you see that everything came up correctly. We're gonna do plus because we're concatenating. We'll call this port name underscore. We'll do plus. Then we need to bring our variable down there, plus again, and then we're going to give it the text extension. So .txt. Now let's evaluate. Okay, came out good, just like we expected. So hit OK, hit OK. Let's go back over here, go to our control flow. And yeah, I think we're ready to execute. So we hit the start. Package is running. So it's doing 18 or 6 iterations. It should be done here shortly. So it's writing the 3 records to 6 different files for their respective ports. It's taking quite a while to debug. Let's check our file. Okay. So you see it is working. It's working in real time. Let's go back to see how our package is doing. Package is complete. So let's close that. And as you can see, all our files are here. Our San Diego port, our Shanghai port, Singapore port, and our China port, and our Japan port. So that is how you successfully move files to their respective path based off of a SQL query. So if you need to rewatch this, I hope you do. It will be helpful for you and myself. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and bye-bye.